In today's video, we take a bunch of old Japanese cars and a Tesla onto the Great Ocean Road, one of Australia's, if not Australia's, most famous driving destination. We've already driven here from Adelaide, so you can check out part 1 if you haven't seen that. We've had no major issues so far, but today is a new day. Today we drive on some of the most challenging roads that we'll be driving on this trip, and we'll actually be seeing some of the best driving roads that the country has to offer. If you're new here, my name's Pat. This channel is 2PJZ. I'm very glad you found it. If you're returning, thanks for coming back. Let's get stuck in.
That's crazy.
Hey, lad. Good morning.
Good morning.
Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome to day 2 of the drive. All the cars, I think, are still here. Today's plan is to head down to Melbourne via the Great Ocean Road, which is really exciting. That's probably the reason that you clicked on this video to start with. So we're going to go grab some breakfast now. Just got to load up the last couple of things in the car and then we'll actually be hitting the Great Ocean Road. But it's nice and chilly here in Warrnambool today. Everyone's just slowly pulling themselves out of bed, but let's get on the road. Before we dive in, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a like so this video reaches more people who love cars and adventures. Thank you for supporting 2PJZ. We left our Airbnb in Warrnambool after a great night's sleep. Despite my complaints in part 1, I'll admit the room turned out to be pretty comfy. Anth and I got a little lost, but eventually we caught up with the crew for our first tough decision of the day: Macca's or bakery breakfast. Aria, Elliot, Erin and I chose the bakery with some bacon and egg rolls and coffees all round. And Erin, let's just say her coffee was a non-negotiable. Coffee's consumed, breakfast consumed, now we're back at the cars. I think the plan now is to head down to the beach, grab some photos and then actually get on the road. We've done enough stuffing around this morning, so time to actually get cracking. So we just pulled up now at the beach. Check this out. This is absolutely stunning. Let's roll a couple of shots. We hadn't even reached the Great Ocean Road yet, and the scenery down in Warrnambool was already stunning. We found a spot by the local boat ramp with some of the clearest blue water I've seen in such a long time. Naturally, we had to stop for a couple of pictures. After soaking in the views, it was time to fuel up and check our tyre pressures. While we were getting sorted, Evan got the tape measure out. As car people, you know what happens when you change your Facebook Marketplace location in a new city. Evan found this Voltec swing for his MRS in Melbourne and had to see if it would fit. After we confirmed that it did, it was time to hit the road again. Alright, we are now on the Great Ocean Road. This is the part that we've been aiming for since 6 AM yesterday morning. It's 10 AM the day after. We're finally here. Oh, this is cool. I can't wait to actually get to see some proper scenery and show you guys what this road has to offer. So let's get right into it. The first stretch of the Great Ocean Road feels like any other country road in Australia. Long, straight, dry, not much going on. But then everything changes. The road gets greener, the air smells like salt, and suddenly the coastline hits you. Our first real stop, the Bay of Islands. It's one of those places that makes you feel lucky to live in Australia. That is incredible.
Gorgeous, it's gorgeous. But it's not the most gorgeous thing here. Do you want me to show you the most gorgeous thing here?
Times like this, you do feel very lucky to live in such a beautiful part of the world. This is just absolutely incredible, and it's only the first stop that we've made. We've still got so many more throughout the day, but God, just wow. Bloody hell. Do one more stop now before Port Campbell and we'll jump back in the cars. Thanks. I skipped using a walkie-talkie in part 1, but today I decided to join in. Not that I can share most of the conversations here. YouTube would completely deplatform me for absolute certainty. Alright, so after all day yesterday not having a walkie-talkie, I actually have one today. We found out last night at dinner that there are 7...
Patrick, have a look at the ocean. When you get over this crest, it's gorgeous.
Try and do a piece to camera, bro. Give me 2 seconds. Turns out there were 7 walkie-talkies. We had 8 cars, so we were the only ones without a walkie-talkie. Being the ones that are filming, it would actually be a good idea to have one of these. So we've got one now, so you can hear all the nonsense and funny stuff from all the other cars along the way, which would be pretty cool. But
move the camera over this bridge then.
Thank you, sir. Lining up.
That's the rest of Officer James. There is a good view coming to your right. Allow for compensation of overexposure.
The walkie-talkies are good because all the guys are letting me know when there's a good view coming up. Yesterday we sort of led the pack, which was great because we got lots of good front shots, but today we're hanging at the back to get lots of driving shots, which is really nice. This is the best part of the drive already. The Warrnambool breakwater was gorgeous. This morning we just had the best weather, and it's very funny. Everyone giving their assessment, their predictions, getting me ready to turn the filters on.
Already, like, we haven't even hit the beautiful part of the Great Ocean Road, like anywhere near Apollo Bay. Or if you're watching this from overseas or even locally, this Apollo Bay is usually the part that you'll probably be familiar with, seeing all the photos online. Or, you know, the 12 apostles, which are now, I think, the 8 apostles. But we haven't even got anywhere near that yet, and this is already totally spectacular. So if you're watching this video because part of the reason that you clicked on it is to actually do this drive or think about doing this drive or even coming here from overseas to do this drive, I can wholeheartedly say that you will be blown away. As we got closer to London Bridge, the straight and boring roads felt like a distant memory. London Bridge is one of the most iconic stops along the Great Ocean Road. Before 1990, it was a double arch formation connected to the mainland. But one of the arches collapsed unexpectedly, stranding 2 tourists on the other side. They were rescued safely, but this was a major news story at the time. There you go, a little fun fact for you. Little stop now in Port Campbell. Beautiful, relaxed little seaside town. Looks gorgeous down here. Very chilled out, very quiet. See the ocean in this beautiful little bay area that we're about to come up to. All right, this is a little bay down here. Whoa, look at that. That is absolutely stunning. As I said a few times today, but my God. Unreal. After a quick bite to eat in Port Campbell, we arrived at the most famous destination on the Great Ocean Road, the 12 Apostles.
Wow. The big reveal.
Where's the rest of them?
Oh, nice, mate. Nice. I want my money back.
They already printed the sign, sorry.
One of those things you always see on the photos, and then seeing it in real life is a very, very special thing. Even if there's only a few of them left. Anyone who played Forza Horizon 3? Forza Horizon 3 moment right here. There were never actually 12. Back in the 1920s, there were 9 limestone stacks. Today, only 7 remain, with the Southern Ocean slowly claiming the rest. Over 20 million years, waves and wind have sculpted these formations. In 2005, one of the tallest stacks collapsed, and eventually others will too. It's a reminder that this landscape is constantly evolving.
I haven't learned French. I haven't, like, Franc.
Renault.
Song.
Sounds like
C'est.
past tense for song.
C'est.
Even though
Oui,
something
no,
already
no.
These to celebrate Bastille Day is my top 5 French.
Yeah.
Can I learn German from you, Patrick?
Renault, Persia.
Yeah. Citron. Citron.
That's it. Surprise, there's only 3.
That's crazy. There's Bugatti.
Oh.
What colour is your Bugatti?
I'm only allowed to talk about German cars with that.
Yeah.
And Japanese ones.
Which is interesting because the German cars are more Japanese in the conventional sense.
I like the Schwimmwagen, I like Kugelwagen.
You must have
This
practical
wagon is
cars.
Get me home.
Alright, how do we say let's go in German?
Let's get some rolling shots of everyone taking off.
Yeah, well, we have to leave now. So I think the problem is now, because it's so busy here, it's going to be hard to actually regroup with everyone. So we have to find a spot down the road where we can all pull over and catch up. But this place is mental. It's like helicopters going around.
Fair enough. It is truly incredible. I know everyone's making jokes about them all eroding, but it's still spectacular. Like, the cliffs
absolutely.
are so high. The wind is ferocious. But this is such a highlight.
Oh,
So
definitely worth it if you want to come, but yeah, just expect to be absolutely smashed in the face by how many people are here. It's very, very, very busy. This coastline is just absolutely phenomenal. I hope you're really getting a good vibe of what it's like down here, but seeing this with your own eyes, as I've said through all my Japan videos as well, like that's nothing can beat seeing this with your own eyes. And I just really hope that the video is doing it justice. But this, look at that. That is just incredible. A real feast for the eyes, that is. Makes your eyeballs feel nice being able to look at something that beautiful. It's just incredible. You pretty much just repeated what I said in my little bit to the camera.
There you go, I'm practically there. I'm almost 2 PJZ.
Next up was Apollo Bay, which should have been a 90-minute drive. Thanks to tourist traffic, it took closer to 2 hours.
Everyone get ready to beep in 3, 2, 1, beep!
Let's just say Patience was wearing thin on the radios, and
Let's go!
You really to celebrate, mate.
oh no, they just didn't use their f***ing indicator. Oh, this whole time we've been stuck behind people driving under the limit, well under the limit on the corners, and then speeding up on the straights so you can't get around them. And now Tom's stuck behind a tractor that's going like 30 k's an hour. And we've been driving for 2 days straight to get to this particular road. That's just uncanny. That is, talk about Murphy's Law, crap luck, all that sort of thing. That is just unbelievable. How's this serenity? That's stunning. When we finally arrived, Aria's bonnet was up.
Oh, no problem that I didn't know. It's just
wrong.
it's the power steering thing again, because we were doing a lot of twisties and change and like undulation and everything like that. It's just because it's baffled with literally cleaning steel wool, stainless steel wool. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, a return line for your power steering is supposed to go into the side of it as per factory, so that it hits a baffle and doesn't come out the breather, because it is a closed loop system, so it needs to breathe. And this one, for some reason, one, has no baffle, shocking, made in China, and two, comes directly underneath and squirts into the breather. So when it was on the dyno, it's actually all over this. You can see it's got a nice glossy coating here. That's all
lovely.
power steering fluid. So what they did was they welded it, they tried different things, didn't work. They said the only thing that could work is if I had cleaning stainless steel wool. And we found some, we put some in, and it works. But as I found when we go on that, it just doesn't work very well. So I'm gonna have to get a new reservoir. But I just gotta keep on top of it, and I'm probably gonna top it up when we get back to Melbourne.
Nice.
That's all.
Welcome to Apollo Bay, ladies and gentlemen. We've made it. There's a bit to show you probably around the place, but we're just going to grab some lunch first. I feel quite sunburned. I look quite sunburned because I am. And then once we've found somewhere to eat, we'll loop back to the cars and carry on for the final stop, I think, which will be Lorne, before we actually get into Melbourne after. After a quick lunch break, I had a burger and a gyros. We were back on the road. So we just had lunch in Apollo Bay. Now we're heading out to Lorne, which is the last stop before we get to Melbourne. And then I don't think we're actually stopping for long in Lorne, because Lorne's essentially like a Control-C, Control-V of Apollo Bay. And that was Tom's joke that he made earlier, by the way, it's not mine. And then we'll be carrying on to Melbourne. So it's about 3 o'clock now. We've been on the road since 7:30. Obviously with lots of stopping, and it's been great. Still a lot of driving, and then by the time we get back to Melbourne, it'll probably be around like 6 p.m. So it's going to be a big day, but all the cars are still going really well. So in terms of issues, it sort of ruined the title for my video that I had in my head for the past few months, because I was so certain that someone's car at some point was going to break, but they've all completely shocked me, to be honest, so far. Like, we still have a few hours to go, and I said the same thing yesterday, but yeah, just faultless. They've all been faultless, besides Elliot's car having a random misfirey thing every now and then, and Aria's power steering fluid spraying. They've all been perfect. Now, this is a stretch you've been waiting for. If you've played Forza Horizon 3, the drive from Apollo Bay to Lorne is like the video game come to life. It is almost a carbon copy of the video game itself. Endless twists and turns, sheer cliffs, and breathtaking ocean views. The hour-long stretch of this road was the absolute highlight of the trip. We pulled into Lorne, Victoria's busiest beach town during peak tourist season. This is madness.
Damn.
Okay, welcome to Lorne in the middle of summer. This is unbelievable. I've never been here in my life before. I knew it was going to be busy, but this is next level. Like, this is absolutely packed. There's not a single car park anywhere. Bit of heat stroke. I'm driving since 7:30 in the morning. We have had a few stops. It's now close to nearly 4. We're here, like, how beautiful is this? Just very, very privileged and feel very lucky to be able to be in a position where I can just drive my own car and have a view like this. It's... Seeing as Lorne was so busy. And there's still a little bit to go. Still, whoops, I just dropped my ring. There's a couple hours to go, but I think we won't have any problems on the way back. I think everyone's been fine so far. After a bit of chaos regrouping, we set off for Aireys Inlet, home to the iconic Round the Twist Lighthouse. If you grew up watching Aussie TV, you'll recognise it instantly. If not, think spooky 90s supernatural vibes. It's just as striking in person as it was on TV. And here we are, Round the Twist Lighthouse, Aussie classic TV show. If you haven't seen it, big walk.
What do you think? What's your actual opinion, dude?
What do I think? It looks like any other lighthouse I've ever seen before.
Damn, that's wild.
Damn,
This is, we literally have this at home.
I am. I've seen a few lighthouses in my time, and this looks like all the other ones.
I bet you're guys.
I think you're missing out on the biggest thing. The 13th apostle is just over there. Shit, it's literally the 13th apostle.
Oh shit, I just slipped. Say bye to the lads now in their cars because we're now heading home. So this will be the last you see them for a little bit, but we'll regroup tonight once we actually get back. Now it's time for the hard part of the trip where we actually have to get back on the freeways and in amongst all the traffic, so it should be fun. The final leg of our trip took us from Aireys Inlet to Melbourne. Maps said it was around 1 hour, 45 minutes, but...
We're 45 minutes away from home and you just had an update.
Yeah, just had an update from Elliot. Things have not gone too well for him. He has had this misfire issue that we talked about earlier in the video. That apparently is getting a little bit worse now. So there's a good chance that, well hopefully not, there's a chance that he might have to pull over and call the RAA or something, the RACV, what we have in Victoria, to get his issues sorted. But yeah, he said the car's just getting worse and worse. Yeah, he just said cruising at 100 seems slow. Alright, well I'll back off and keep it at 100. Not good. There's no way that we can get this close and have an issue.
Surely not. It's straight on here. It's literally 40 minutes.
We've been driving, driving for hundreds and hundreds of kilometres.
Around the twisties, up and down hills, and now we're on the straight road.
Of course, when you're driving into Melbourne during the middle of summer, it doesn't matter what time of the day it is, nothing goes perfectly. And that was true for our trip as well. Elliot's Mark II decided to throw one last tantrum. We've been pretty lucky up to this point, but it wouldn't be a proper road trip with some old JDM cars without a little drama right at the end. At long last, after 2 incredible days and well over 1,000 kilometres, we made it back. So here we are, we've made it to the guys' Airbnbs. We've got Tom's Tesla behind me. I don't know where everyone else is. Evan and Reese are washing the cars. Zach's in his car. Tom, I think, is inside. A few others are still missing.
Still missing on the M1.
But as far as I know, everyone did make it here safely, which is good. So we'll jump inside, see how everyone went, and then wrap up. But here we go. So you know, we're back in Melbourne. We got to the Airbnb and checked in on everybody. A few had crashed and wanted a nap. Many were taking long bathroom and shower breaks, but Aria and Elliot were stressed.
Sounds like it's knocking, bro. Literally only alarm. It's so weird. That's why it took so long to get up here. I've just been sat there. Does it? Is it just a
It's just a trial I've been hoping for 2 days.
Yeah. This is awesome. Let's see. Yeah, have a listen. I've been out there for like 15 minutes or something. Listen to this.
Come on, man. Come in, silly boy.
You might have heard a bit of that before, but 2 of the Toyota, everyone got back, which is the main thing. I'm very sunburnt, wow. But 2 of the Toyotas had a few small issues, and we won't get the guys to explain them too much because everyone's wrecked after a big day, but Aria's engine has exploded.
It's not. Don't say that.
Aria's got a weird knock, but not sure.
I picked up the car at like 11 PM the day before we left, and then
I'm still impressed it made it here without any issue.
No, it's not missed a beat. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what that is. They said that the tensioner needs to be replaced, and it was knocking under the timing column because of the tensioner. And it only happens on idle. As soon as you get a little bit of throttle, it's fine because it's got tension. But it just sounds a lot worse now. And I think it's because the idle is playing up because maybe the map's not perfect because they had a day to do a whole tune. Yeah, the idle is playing up a little bit, and it's making the knock sound really bad. So it sounds like actual knocking, which is concerning.
And then Elliot has coil pack issues, which we're trying to sort. Or VVTi solenoid issues, one of them.
Coil pack easy.
Coil packs go all the time on 1Js.
Yeah.
And these guys had no issues. I don't think Tom had any issues. Tesla didn't run out of battery.
No, man. Like 50%, so it should be right.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think so.
And other Tom had no issues. Man, everyone looks so sunburnt inside.
We probably because we are.
Anyway, we have some biscuits and we'll check in again soon. At this point of the day, I didn't want to bother anyone too much more with shoving a camera in their face, so I stepped outside for some final thoughts. All right, so now everyone shooting off for some dinner. Here's Anthony's car. As you would have just seen, there were a few little issues that everyone had, but the main thing is that everyone made it here. And the issues that people did have, we've got a full day tomorrow and a bit of time on Sunday to sort out, should they need to be, which is good. So I think overall, very, very successful trip. We've made it, and this is probably the best time to leave you. We're heading out for some dinner. I actually want to be able to have a dinner and have some time with my mates without the camera, so I'm gonna chuck it back in the car. I didn't leave Aaron behind, which was good. So yeah, today and yesterday was an incredibly fun and successful time. I'm really, really happy with how it all went. It was good to be able to experience roads that I've been wanting to do for years, especially being able to do it with all my great mates was a memory that I'll hold on to forever, and of course have my partner with me.
Yes, no, very lucky to come along.
That was very sweet.
Incredible scenery.
So if you want to do it, I highly recommend it. Even going at this point, which is probably the busiest week of the year on those roads, I'd still highly recommend doing it. I think it's just one of those things, if you enjoy driving just a little bit, you have to find a way to do it. It's absolutely awesome. We've been very lucky this month between Japan and this, so I hope you're enjoying all the content that I've been putting out very early on in the new year. This is the first video I've actually filmed this year, 2025. It's going to be a very, very big year for the channel. So if you enjoy what I do, and if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe. I've put a lot of effort into filming this. I filmed hours and hours of footage that I've cut up into this video for you over the past 2 days to only give you the best high quality car content that I can give you. I need to go and have some dinner and get some aloe vera on my face because I'm absolutely wrecked at the moment and super tired. Just want to say thank you again, and thanks as well to Erin for all the filming, because obviously while we were driving I didn't do any of that filming. That was all Erin, and also if any of the shots are really crap, that was also Erin.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, I enjoy it. It was just so much fun to come along the ride. Hope you enjoy, and we'll hopefully get to do some more fun road trips soon.
Yeah, this is just the beginning of many, and cooler cars than this, even though this is still pretty cool. So hit that subscribe button, because the only way that I'm going to get into better cars and do better things is with the more subscribers and the more support behind the channel. Head over to my Instagram, see my short form. I've been posting every day and behind the scenes of this trip that you'll be able to see in live time. So go and check that out. Leave a comment about what you enjoyed the most about this trip and today's video. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Pat. This is 2PJZ. We'll see you in the next one. Never forget to stay driven, get out there and have fun. See you soon.